Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Nice job, Coen.
Thank you very much. Take this on.
Is it Coen or Coen?
Coen, yeah.
Coen.
Yeah, just like the last name, but it's a first name for some reason.
Okay, that's my grandmother's name.
No way.
Her name was Coen, so I didn't know it was Coen or Coen.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you. I've just taken 30 seconds of your valuable time to do
It's
that.
all
I
right.
apologize. How did you come to choose the song?
I came to choose this. I don't even remember. I think my mom introduced me to it actually, and I loved it. Like we were just searching through songs on YouTube for me to sing from the songbook, and
it resonated?
Yeah.
What is the emotion of the song?
The emotion of the song, like, it underlyingly is like very sad. It's like I wanted to go do these things, and I used to, but they were better with you. And since you're not here, it's not the same.
Yes. So that has to be the obviously the subtext, and
Yeah.
because it's a bouncy song, it's one of those songs that has to have that feeling of desperation. It's smiling through the tears, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to help you find ways to express more of that.
Sounds good.
In the song. I'm not sure how to do that, but I'm going to
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out together. Yeah. One thing is when you repeat a phrase, like we go back to the bridge, it's important to be able to dig deeper with repetition one way or another.
Right.
And it can be where you go, darling, I guess, or it can be, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. It's some kind of contrast. So I'd like to work with you in finding in the repetition that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And also the ending, I hear what you want to do with it. I think that it can become a little more crystallized.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Why don't we start the song again?
Right.
And I'll make a few interpolations.
Before we start, I want to offer a
forget
slightly...
it. Don't pay attention.
I'm going to offer a slightly different interpretation of the lyrics. I don't think it's sad. I think this is a guy who wants to get back with his old girlfriend. And that will play more actively for you because you're just going, yeah, I don't do this, since I was with you. I think that he's charming, and I think that I would love to see you throw the way they write it, miss the Saturday dance. It's just very casual. I'm just throwing it away. I'm trying to act all casual. Since I was with you, don't get around much anymore. But what you're really playing is the growing intensity, which you start to do in the song, which is nice, which is, I really want to be back with you. And that, to me, as a writer, that's a positive for you to play, as opposed to, I'm going to play sad, playing, I want you back. it just gives you more of an active thing. So I was giving an alternative, perhaps, interpretation.
Sure.
Oh.
Choose whatever. Choose whatever.
Yeah. So do you want to work in cabaret or TV? It's really up to you.
Okay, I'll see what comes up.
I know what's coming up for me. My lunch is coming up right now. Okay, please go ahead and do it again from the top. From the top.
Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates.
I'm gonna stop you there because there's a couple. You're pitchy in a couple of spots, and because you're singing so spot on. When it's a little off, it's a little.
Got it.
So be careful. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. So just be careful of those notes. And also this, I'd like to hear a little more conversational.
Got it.
Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. It needs to sound a little more casual, because right now you're gonna, darling, I guess. My mind's more at ease. Make it more casual, a little looser, okay? Have you heard of an artist called Toulouse-Lautrec? Yeah. So go from the bridge and just, and it's like, darling, I guess. So it's like this. It can be.
Yeah.
Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Nevertheless, why stir up memories? Or is it all these memories? So go from the bridge and just kind of make it more free, a little free and not so regimented.
Darling, I guess.
Darling, I guess. Is that right? Or is it dar? It is. Okay. Yeah, so be careful of that note, because that's an important note. The others aren't, but that one, no. Okay. All right. All right.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
So it's hard to get right, is it? Yeah.
Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of this. You're doing, no, because you're going, darling, I get my mind's right. Only do that once or twice, because otherwise it becomes...
All the time.
You're going to have to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was strokey thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like to see you. Well, I wonder if you took the mic and maybe moved a little bit with it. Do you think? Yeah, kind of moved around a little bit just to give you a little more latitude. So.
Cool.
Yeah, but again, it's casual. It's not like this. It's darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Nevertheless, been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? You can do less with this and just kind of, it's in the attitude here. See where that takes you.
Sounds good.
So,
Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
I think it's too fast.
Too fast?
Yeah. Because you're grabbing those, it's like you're trying to keep up to get the thing at the end. I think it should be a little slower.
All right.
I was going to say to make more of a meal of it, because it's the ending, and I think you start just when you start to get intense, you kind of pull back a little at the ending.
Yeah.
So I think if you slow it down,
Yeah. I think maybe try it here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Okay, now try this. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. She'll keep playing.
All right.
Try it.
All right.
You'll thank me later.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Awfully different.
Yeah. Been invited on dates.
Might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Been invited without you. Don't get around much anymore. Yeah, and Mel, you can just keep playing. Stay in tempo. Don't get around much anymore. So you just hold that note and then you ride it out. Cool. So try it one more time just to make sure, just to give you another flying leap at it, and then go from the same spot.
Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore.